Ladies and gentlemen, do I even have to say it? You know, we have another interesting video to get into today, because we have a few Switch 2 leaks and rumors, or leaks or rumors, I'm not really sure, but it's highlighting some very interesting stuff that I think is worth going over, and I'm not really sure how I feel about all this, so let's just go ahead and get into the video. That's right, another day, another Switch 2 video. Why? Because the news just keeps coming out, and I feel like uncontrollably excited for this console. I could not afford a Nintendo Switch when it first came out. I didn't get one until 2018. This will be one of the very first new consoles I've ever got in my life. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me if you consider joining this community. We have a really cool community over here. We're small, but we're growing, so invest early. And let's just go ahead and get into the video. So now that the Nintendo Switch 2 has been revealed, and it feels so crazy, and what sounds even crazier than that, and actually might be crazy, I have watched the reveal trailer maybe 15 times. I watch it at least once a day, and it's not like I'm looking for new details or think I'm going to find some secret stuff nobody's seen or crack some kind of code. It's just exciting for me to watch it, because it looks exactly like all the leaks, and it's just a weird thing to have seen it for like months ahead of time and then the reveal is exactly what we've seen. But now that the Switch 2 has been revealed, the question we have is, when will the console release? And I'm expecting June. I only have a little bit of evidence to back that up, because we have that Switch 2 hands-on event going on around the world. I think it starts at the beginning of April, ends the beginning of June, so I think it makes the most sense to release a console in June. But we have a gaming publisher today giving us their opinion on this, and yeah, we'll just go over it because why not? So we have this post right here. Publisher Nonon, I think that's how you say this, expects the Nintendo Switch 2 to come out between April and September. I had no idea who Nonon was or is. I don't think I've ever heard of them. So I looked up games they have published. RoboCop Rogue City. I did not play this, but I actually heard this was really, really good. Kind of a hidden gem, came out in 2023. If you can pick this up for like 20 or 30 bucks, definitely a game worth playing, at least on PS5. The Lord of the Rings Golem. Not the greatest game. A game that I actually play every single day is Session Skate Simulation. Probably the hardest skateboarding game of all time, but I play this truly every single day. I have like 60, 70 hours on my PS5, another 30 or 40 hours on my Switch. So yeah, they've published a few games that I know of or like. So I'm not saying they're like credible just because they publish games that I like, but at least they have a footprint in the gaming universe, not just like some random person called Donkey Kong 69XXX on Twitter saying Switch 2 is coming out this date. Although if somebody with that name on Twitter did post that, I'd probably make a video about it. May doesn't make sense to me. June, that's my guess, but September, or until September. This is like the first time I've heard somebody say this far along in the year. It's Nintendo, man. Whenever we get this Nintendo Direct next month, they could say this game is coming to the Switch in June or July, right? So would they milk this a little bit longer? I hope not, especially with the reveal in January and the Direct in April. I would think pre-orders would start then. And then with 60 to 90 days, I would hope we would have hands on this console. So let me know when you guys think this console is coming out, because your opinion always matters more than mine. Now, we can speculate when the console is coming out, but if we can't afford the console, then it doesn't matter when it's coming out, right? So we're about to go over a leak, or a few leaks, about the price of it. But before that, let me lighten the mood a little bit with a little comedy. Are you ready for this one? What did the comedian say to the bank when he was robbing it? This is a stand-up. Okay, now that we've seen that I'm a comedy genius, let's get into the leak. The base model will be $450 and the Mario Kart 9 bundle, $500. I would say $450 sounds fair if we were getting an OLED, but the fact that it's an LCD screen kind of feels like off-putting, but at the same time, LCD screens or LCD technology has came pretty far in the past 8 or 9 years, so it's not the same LCD screen we would get with the Switch, but it's just like, the Switch OLED was $350, special edition $360, a base model $450, a bundle $500, sure, but $500 for a Nintendo Switch 2 and Mario Kart 9, it's like, that just seems crazy. And I know people will buy this. Don't get me wrong. I know people will buy this. So it's not like it won't be purchased for this price and it'll probably sell it immediately. And if you don't pre-order it, you're probably gonna have issues getting the console. But I just don't know. Maybe Nintendo has to put it at these prices to make a profit. I'll put it on the screen again. I think they made $50 on each Switch that they sell. Maybe the price is different for Switch OLED. $450, they would probably make more profit, right? It's not going to cost them that much more to make these consoles than the Switch, so maybe they'll make like $150 profit for each console, which would be kind of crazy. Now, maybe they'll also have different models, like a model with a bigger screen. That would be cool. So a base model for $400 sounds better, and I don't know what they would call it, but a Switch 2 XL or Switch 2 OLED, which I don't think we'll get now, but that for $450 I think would be a little bit more fair. Just a Mario Kart 9 bundle for $500 does not sound right, especially when the Switch with the Mario Kart bundle, like the Switch 1 with Mario Kart, was $300 when it came out. I think it was the same price as the Switch, or I think it might have been included. Maybe not. Maybe it was just a Switch that came out. I think I'm making that up now. But eventually down the road we got the Switch with Mario Kart, and that was $300. You can get a Switch OLED with Mario Kart and like Nintendo Online for $350 right now. I just think it's a big leap. $500. If you had to ask me, let's just break it down. I think the console releases in June, and I think $400 is going to be that price point. I really think anything over that will get some pushback from the journalists and from the consumers, and at the same time, I mean, they could say, well, you know, tariffs and we have inflation and these things are true. And the way the gaming industry is going, things are just more expensive. I just really think a base model for $450, even the bundle for $500, is way too expensive. If the Mario Kart bundle is like a special edition Switch, like a Mario Kart 9 themed Switch 2, maybe that would be more fair. But I want to transition into that. Like, what other special edition consoles do you think we'll get this generation? I have a picture right here. None of this is legit, but I think it's cool to at least look at. Look at these mock-ups. These are only Joy-Cons, but imagine if we got a Switch 2 themed any of these. Like the Wario and Waluigi one. Nintendo, if you want to sell a $450 console, give me this right here. The Mario and Luigi one. The Splatoon one, which we'll probably end up getting something like that. The Bowser and Bowser Jr. one. That's amazing. The Toad and Yoshi one. Donkey Kong. Daisy and Peach. Probably cooler to do Daisy and Rosalina, but man, could you imagine if we got any Switch 2s that looked like this? Then it's like, okay, you're gonna charge me a lot of money for this console. This would soften the blow a little bit. I could get behind this right here. I want to get in contact with like somebody who makes these mock-ups and commission them. I would love to make some Switch 2s, like custom themes. I think that'd be a fun video. So if you guys know anybody or you do that, message me on Instagram. I'd love to do that, and I'll pay you. That'd be really cool. In the comments below, as always, let me know what you guys are thinking. If you made it to this part of the video, hit a like and subscribe, and follow your boy on Instagram. And you guys know me, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.